It was Belgium, the year 1604. Two young men were living it up. They were out on the town, drinking and womanizing, and by the end of the evening they had found themselves in a house of ill repute. In other words, a brothel. One of the young men felt uncomfortable, didn't stay long, and in fact he left and went home. When he got home, he was tired, he was half drunk, and he felt reluctant to fulfill the custom that he had promised his mother he would perform every evening of his life, to kneel down and to pray a Hail Mary before he went to bed. But then he thought, well, I've done it every other day, why not today? So he knelt down and he prayed the one Hail Mary. Didn't pay any attention to it, didn't reflect on it, just mumbled the words, got it done as quickly as possible, hopped into bed, and he was out like a light. Not too long afterward, there was a violent pounding on his door. Boom, 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 boom. He woke up in a fright. What's going on? Boom, 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 boom. Before he could get out of bed to open the door, a man walked through the door toward him. "Who are you? What are you doing?" he said. And the man said, "Don't you recognize me?" "What do you mean?" And then it clicked. "Yes, I do recognize you, but you look so different. You look like the devil himself. What has happened to you?" And the young man said, "You were the lucky one. When I left that house of sin, I was attacked by a devil and I was strangled and left dead in the street. And the same thing was supposed to happen to you. But because of the one Hail Mary you have prayed every night, Our Lady interceded for you and stopped the devil from killing you. But I did not have the same fortune. And now I burn in hell for all eternity for my sins." And with that, the young man opened his coat, and inside you could see the flames and serpents that tormented it. With that, he turned around and walked straight through the door through which he had entered without opening it. Immediately, this young man prayed, was dropped down on his knees, gave thanks to Our Lady for saving him from this terrible plight. "How will I repay you, my mother, for this grace that I did not deserve? I pledge to live my life for you and to do what you want me to do." And at that moment, in the distance, a church bell rang. It's the Church of the Franciscans. With that, the young man realized that this was a sign, that this was God's will, and it was the path that he was to follow. Right there and then, he put on his clothes and he went straight to the Franciscans. He knocked on the door, and when it was opened, he asked to be admitted into the Franciscan order. Now, this town wasn't very big at the time, and the friars knew about his reputation and his behavior. So they did not want to let him in. But he pleaded with them, and on his knees he explained and told them what had happened and why he wanted to enter, and begged and beseeched and implored that they accept him. After prayer and discernment, they decided to allow him in. He became an exemplary friar and received the great happiness of becoming a missionary, first in India and then in Japan, where he was blessed to die as a martyr by being burnt alive in Nagasaki on September the 10th, 1622. If you've enjoyed this story and if it's benefited you in some way, or perhaps you can tell it to someone else who it will benefit, take a moment, click on the button below, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on any of the wonderful stories we tell here at the Catholic Storyteller. Now, if you want to grow in your faith, if you want to increase in your love for God, if you are looking for more in your dedication to our Lord Jesus Christ and the Blessed Virgin Mary, amidst this world of crisis and confusion, visit us at passionatecatholic.net. Sign up, join us, and get your daily Catholic coaching videos filled with stories, with guidance, and with light to help us in the days that we live today. I look forward to the next time, and until then, Jesus and Mary, get us there.